Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing fine. Today, I'm going to be showing you how hackers can be able to get into our systems and hack into a different passwords, regardless of whether we're using WEP or WPA encryption. To start us off, we are going so this is the terminal that most hackers would use. It's kali.linux. The first thing that hackers would do is check the mode that they're in. They need to be in monitor mode so that they can be able to see all the different networks that are around them. So we can see that our wireless device, which is WLAN 0, is in monitor mode. Next thing that we do is we need to bring it down so that we can be able to change the MAC address. Changing the MAC address makes it such that people cannot be able to track a hacker, and most hackers find this to be an essential skill. So we're going to do sudo. I'm sorry, we need root privileges. Sudo if config wlan down. Once it's down, we're going to do sudo mac changer. We've changed the MAC address now, and then we're gonna bring it up. We're gonna bring it up. Once we bring it up, the next thing that we want to see is what networks are around us, what routers are around us, or which networks are around us that we are trying to crack their passwords. To do that, we do sudo irodam dash ng wlan 0. So what networks are around the wireless devices? We can see have several networks. The network we're particularly interested in is the MTN network. So once that is, we need that and we have its BSSID. The next thing that we are going to be doing is trying to see that once any particular device connects to this network, what is supposed to happen is something called a handshake is generated. A handshake is a set of packets that are generated when a device connects to a network, and this handshake is what we are going to be using and comparing its MIC with the MIC that we expect to find from the MIC that we're going to get from the bunch of passwords that we're going to create. So that's essentially how getting the password for a router that has been encrypted with WPA working functions. So now that we have done that, we are going to collect all the packets that are moving in this network. To do that, we're going to do sudo irodam dash ng dash bssid, and we are saying that we're going to be writing to a file called data. Once we do this, any device that connects to these networks, so the network that we are working with was the MTN network, any particular device that connects to it, we are going to take note of it. As that happens, we are going to try and create a bunch of passwords. So to do that, we are going to use a function called crunch. Crunch allows us to specify the maximum, the minimum number of passwords and the different pattern. Now, this is where social engineering comes into the picture. If a hacker has been observing you and they know that you're likely to start your passwords with a number or with a particular word, they can use that when they're trying to generate their crunch. Additionally, hackers can be able to when they're trying to use the crunch function, which generates a word list. Additionally, hackers can buy word lists from the internet. So we're going to send this information to a file called password.txt. Crunch password.txt. All the passwords that are generated will be sent to passwords.txt. Now that that has happened, we're going to try and do a fake authorization to this particular network. So waiting, unfortunately, it looks like our fake authorization has been denied. But then the next thing that we are going to do is we are trying now to compare the passwords that were generated using our crunch function. So the passwords that are in our word list and that we and the passwords in our word list will each have an MIC. We're going to try and compare the MIC from each of the password with the MIC from the handshake. And the handshake is as a result of the packets that we collected. So the packets that we collected are in a file called data.03. So we are going to come and enter that here. So we're going trying to get data.03. and we said that the file where the passwords that were generated by our crunch function, apologies about that, were in is password.txt. It read 2,803 packets, but unfortunately, it was not able to get the password. But then what this does is it shows us that as much as we're not able to get the password, it shows us the process that hackers usually go through and shows the need for us to be extra vigilant when it comes to information security. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.